Hello and welcome to another Magic 2015 gameplay. Today I'll be taking this black-white lifelink deck for a spin. It's quite an interesting deck. I think it can qualify as a combo deck of sorts. And let's take a look at the cards here. Ajani's Pridemate is one of the better creatures in the deck. You've got a lot of ways to gain life, so this guy will grow pretty big pretty quickly. Lone Missionary is just 4 life right away, will trigger stuff like Angelic Accord, and it's just a good early game creature to try and stall out the game a bit. Then Brimaz is just a good creature, same with Mentor and Banisher Priest. The Faith Mender helps a lot if you have stuff that gains 2 life. It gets doubled, meaning you gain 4, so it's easier to trigger your Angelic Accord. And if you just gain a ton of life, some decks can't kill you at all because they only can deal so much damage to you. So just an excellent card in the deck. Then Angelic Accord, mentioned earlier, is the real win condition in the deck, and it's quite easy to trigger it. Baneslayer, just awesome in this deck. Lifelink and just being a very good creature. Some removal, some lifelink creatures, some removal that gains life is just awesome in this deck. And then our other win condition is Sanguine Bond. Works very well with all our other cards. And Elixir is actually quite powerful in this deck. If you can gain 5 life, you get to trigger Angelic Accord. If you double it with Faith Mender, that's 10 life, that's a lot. And if you happen to have Sanguine Bond in play, that's 10 life your opponent will be missing. And then Viscopa Guildmage is also excellent in this deck. Both abilities are relevant, and it's a decent creature for 2 mana. And if we look at the lands, we also have 2 Radiant Fountains, and that, if doubled, can also trigger the Angelic Accord. Let's see here. Well, we have both colors, Child of Night. Yeah, this looks like a keepable hand. We have Tribute to Hunger and Child of Night, which will hopefully gain us 4 life in 1 turn. And Elixir will for sure trigger Angelic Accord. So let's start out with Swamp. I guess we can play the Elixir. We could want to hide information, but looks like we'll be curving out, so might as well play it. And if our opponent doesn't have enchantment removal, this game looks pretty good. Alright, draw a card. Most green decks are running Beastmaster's Ascension, which is a very scary card, but hopefully our life gain will sort of prevent us from dying in 1 turn. Let's get Child of Night out there. 1 toughness creatures aren't great in the current metagame, because a lot of people run cards like Elvish Visionary or Satyr Wayfinder that can just provide like some sort of card advantage filling the graveyard, and then they can simply trade away when they want. We're not blocking here, but I'm expecting a creature that's able to block Child of Night to appear here. Yep, Wall of Omens. Well, we can still attack to gain life. Tribute to Hunger gains life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness, so let's see here. We have 2 Angelic Accords, so that looks good. Now the question is, we want to maximize the Angelic Accord triggers while also trying to not lose board presence here. If we cast Tribute to Hunger now, we miss out on probably 4 life gained. But if we don't cast the Tribute here, we're not doing much else. And the wall's still gonna be there, so I think I'm okay with casting it now. Oh, he sacrificed the elf. Interesting. So next turn we can play Radiant Fountain and Angelic Accord. And then the turn after, we can either sacrifice or elixir to get 1 trigger, or be patient, play the second Angelic Accord, and get 2 triggers. So it looks like our opponent's playing some sort of equipment deck with the Kitesail Apprentice and Darksteel Axe. And Stoneforge Mystic, why not? But we won't be dying in 1 turn like the Beastmaster's Ascension decks. So hopefully the life gain we have now is enough to survive these few turns here until we get the Angelic Accords going. And low missionary is certainly gonna help. So now we play the Angelic Accord. And the question is, do we Suicide in or Child of Night just to get the trigger this turn, because we gain 2 from the fountain plus 2 from the lifelink, and I think we will be doing that. On the other hand, yeah, no, this seems best. Probably should have waited to play the Angelic Accord to hide information, but that's okay. So we got 1 angel, we'll be getting a few more hopefully. So the Kitesail Apprentice gets +1/+1 for each equipment, but the Darksteel Axe doesn't increase toughness, so it's not gonna be able to stop our angels forever. It is gonna do some damage here if he decides to attack. Decides not to, alright. Okay, Suffer the Past is able to exile 2 cards now, so not quite enough. I think we want to... I want to get this second Angelic Accord in play, so we can get more angels in play. I'm not sure if I want to play the Radiant Fountain then. Just because the 2 life we gain here, plus maybe 2 life we gain here, means another angel. So I'm actually just gonna attack here with the first angel. I'm okay with trading it for the Apprentice. And then I'm just gonna play the second Angelic Accord. It costs 2 to sacrifice the elixir, so I'm just gonna say go here. Alright, not bad. Our opponent's got a giant creature now that's gonna be able to block our angels. But he decides to attack, so we go down to 17. But next turn we'll get 2 angels that can double block if we want to. And 2 lone missionaries isn't bad either. So we can play Radiant Fountain plus Suffer the Past. But we will have to do this main phase to get the triggers. Because if we use it as an instant on our opponent's turn, it doesn't add up to the Radiant Fountain. We could also play a missionary and get the triggers that way, or sacrifice the elixir. We have these 2 cards in our graveyard, so it wouldn't be bad to get them back. So really an embarrassment of riches here. I think we want some additional board presence, so I'm gonna go with the missionary here, I think. And I think we can play the second Radiant Fountain, as we do have like... we have like a trigger with the missionary next turn, and then a trigger with the elixir the turn after. So that's, I think, more than enough angels, and we might want the additional land in play for Suffer the Past. Alright. We can also activate the elixir in our opponent's turn, because the way Angelic Accord works, it's at the beginning of each end step. So if we do it during the opponent's turn, we will get 2 additional angels. But let's just wait until the Declare Attackers phase. Alright, Aura Gnarlet, not gonna do much. Moving some equipment over, that's fine. Ah, crap. So yeah, I missed the timer, so if I would sacrifice it now, it's too late because the end step already happened. So it was a little slow on the reflexes there. But I think we'll be fine. Can just attack with our angels. Our opponent's forced to block. And let's see here. Yep, that's 4 cards. So yeah. We were never really in trouble this game, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this gameplay. I wanna thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't tried out the deck yourself, I highly recommend it, it's a lot of fun to play, and as always, have a nice day. Choose a player to lose life. Well, can't really select anyone here. Maybe it's bugged, who knows. Well, let's find out what happens. Alright, so it targeted my opponent anyways.